Namah Parvati Pataye Govindanam Sankirtanam.
Namaste everyone. As usual, we are in Srimad Bhagavatam sessions. Last session we have seen about Ajamila Upakhyana, Ajamilan's story. Sugacharya here was describing Ajamilan, how Ajamilan was. During his childhood, he was doing his Nitya Karma Anushtanam and everything, but after that, he lost his, even though he was a Brahmin, he lost everything and he went, in connection with a bad lady. But after that, even though he, pronounced Narayanan's name, Srimad Narayanan's name he pronounced it wrongly also. Srimad Narayanan came, Mahavishnu came there, Mahavishnu Tudas came there, and he went to Vaikundam because he doesn't have any time to do sinful activities after that, after chanting Narayana's name. So last session we have seen about all the Ajamila Upakhyana. Now we will start with a small invocation and then we will proceed. Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha, Guruve Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam, Nadiye Sarva Vidyanam, Dakshinamurtaye Namaham. Tennadudiya Periyava Potri, Ennattavarkkum Iraiva Potri, Sarvajna Sarvavyabi Periyava Charanam Maya Perapparkkum Maha Periyavadi Potri. जन्माद्यस्य यतो अन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषु अभिज्ञः स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषां दाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तगुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. So, after this Ajamilan's Charitram, Ajamila Upakhyana, he started Vritrasura Charitram. But before that, he started Prajapati Daksha's Vamsam, his progeny. That is, it is in the start of the universe. It is in the start of the universe in Prajapati Dakshan. He got 16,000 children from his wife, Panchajani. These sons, the father, that is this Prajapati, this Dakshan, he ordered his sons. See, this is the start of the universe. So, he ordered his sons to create more and more population. He wants more and more, population in the universe. So, they are called, all those children, they are called Haryashwal. So, what happened is Dakshan ordered their children to go and take bath in the river Sindhu Nadi, Sindhu river. That is, which is, which meets the Arabian Sea, west side, Arabian Sea, where Guruvayur, now the Guruvayur is situated, isn't it? That's the Sindhu Nadi. He went there, he ordered his children to go there and take bath. When the children were going and proceeding there, they saw sage Narada. Sage Narada, they met Haryashwal, that all those children, and preached the austerities, penance, and how to meditate upon the Lord. And all these preachings from Narada, what happened? It helped them to renounce the world. Actually, this Prajapati Dakshan, he wanted to have Vamsha Vriddhi, like creating population. But what happened is, here sage Narada preached the other way. Like he preached how to renounce the world by doing all the austerities and penance and all those things. So, getting these preachings from Narada, they renounced the world. So, hearing this, Dakshan felt very bad, because all those children, they went back. So they never came back. So what happened is, he again, Narada thought that Dakshan would be happy, would like it. But Dakshan was not happy seeing all these things. So all the sons of Dakshan became enlightened and left, and never to return. They left. So Dakshan became more angry. So he was, all the children, he want one thing, but the Narada did the other way. So he got angry. So what happened is, he cursed Narada. Further, he could not be able to, he cursed Narada to stay at one place. He could not move. He could not stay at one place. Sorry, he could not stay at one place. He cursed Narada to stay, not to be able to stay anywhere. So the the sage Narada will be wandering only. You can see sage Narada wandering, chanting Narayana's name, taking Narayana's name. He'll be wandering. He would not stay in one place. But he took that curse from Prajapati as a boon, because it is said in Vishnu Puranam, Narada said that I am always in search of Bhagavan Namam and Bhagavat Puranam. Wherever Bhagavat Puranam is said, wherever Bhagavan Nama is said, I'll be there. So I'll be wandering to places in search of Bhagavan Namam and Bhagavat Puranam. That is why I am always wandering, he says in Vishnu Puranam. So after this, what happened? Prajapati Dakshan got 60 daughters, because all the sons of Prajapati was renunciated. So these daughters, they were given to various persons, and the union of these 60 daughters with the various exalted personalities gave birth to human beings, demons, birds, animals, serpents, etc. So all the srishtis have come only from that, from their union. Rachana is the only sister of all the asuras, and she was married to Tvashta. This Tvashta is a carpenter for all the devas. Once what happened? Once when Indran is the king of devas, and he was sitting with his wife Indrani in their Rajya Sabha, that is the courtyard, He was sitting and enjoying all the dance. It's the Indra Sabha, isn't it? So they were having a lot of dance and merriments, and he was enjoying all those things. At that time, what happened? Brihaspati is the guru, is the Deva Guru. Brihaspati is the Deva Guru, and he came there. It's a spiritual master. You can say spiritual guru or spiritual master of Devas. He came there, entered the Sabai, and gave Devata Prasadam to Indran. But at that time, that situation is not, it's not a conducive situation to give Devata Prasadam to Indran, because Indran was, he was in the midst of all the dancing and merriment and all there. But this Prajapati, he came in the wrong moment, and he gave the prasadam to Indran. But Indran never even cared to look at the guru, or gave respect to his guru. This is a very bad thing, because in front of the guru, one should be very, very humble. In front of the guru, we have to give utmost respect to our guru. So what happened is, the Brihaspati, who has become aware, he has become aware of Indra's pride, immediately he disappeared from the assembly, there, from the Rajasabha. So Indran, what happened? Indran became more repentant, understanding that because of his opulence, he had forgotten to respect his own guru, this spiritual guru. So he was very sad, and he left the palace to beg pardon from his guru, but he couldn't find him. He was searching, various places for his guru, but he couldn't find him. So he was so sad. He was scared also. He was sad also, scared also. So he went and took shelter of Lord Brahma. What happened is, understanding this situation, Lord Brahma said, see, your kingdom, you have to give respect to Guru. Whatever is the thing, you have to give respect to your Guru. But you disobeyed. You didn't give any respect. You are not humble to your Guru. So all your kingdom will be captured by Asuras. It's going to be, it's definite that your kingdom is going to be captured by Asuras, and you are going to lose all your opulences. So you have to find a Guru now. Without Guru, you can't be. All the kingdom, they have to have the kingdom has to have a king and a Guru to give instruction, to preach him good things. Otherwise, the kingdom will not run, good. So what happened is, you have to find a Guru. Immediately you find a Guru. So go and where to find? Indran was asking, where to find a Guru? I can't find a Guru. But Lord Brahma said, go and approach Vishwarupan. Vishwarupan is the son of Twashta. Rachana and Twashta, I said no. So Vishwarupan is the son of Twashta, who is the son-in-law of Asuras. So you go and approach him, and whatever it is, we will go and approach him and ask whether he can be your Guru. So all the Devas, what happened? They all went there, approached Vishwarupan, and they said that you have to be our Guru. So, but he said that I am only a small boy. But Indran said, where Vedam is there, he is a Vedavit. That Vishwarupan is a Vedavit. So, where Vedam is there, and whomsoever who has learnt Vedam, then they are not considered as an inferior person. So please accept. So please accept and be our Guru. So Vishwarupan was pleased and has accepted. He said accepting, he also said that accepting this priesthood means accepting the sins of others by way of oblations. But what to do? Everyone has to have a priest. So all of you are superiors, and also these devas and all, they are all superiors also. They are all elders. So therefore, although accepting the priesthood is sometimes reproachable, so Vishwarupan became the spiritual guru for devas now, and did not did lot of yajnams, because he has done some he has disrespected his own guru. So he has to do lot of yajnams, and this Vishwarupan, he did lot of yajnams for devas, and even taught Narayana Kavacha Mantram to Indra. But because anyhow he is the son-in-law of Asuras, he will have some soft corner towards Asuras. So because of the affection of the Asuras, as the Asuras are the uncle of Vishwarupan, he secretly supplied them the remnants of Yajna Sesham to Asuras. Indra, came to know, learned about all this. Like, this Vishwarupan was doing yajnams and everything for devas, but he was giving even the remnants to Asuras also. So what happened? He became so much angry. Indran became so much angry, like he beheaded Vishwarupan. But he later regretted, because Vishwarupan is not only a Brahmin, he is a guru, he is a Vedavita. So what will happen is he was caught by that Brahmahati dosham. Brahmahati dosham is the greatest sin. That's the greatest sin. So what happened here? This Indran, the king of Devas, he got Brahmahati dosham. But what happened? He distributed this Brahmahati dosham. He could not be with Brahmahati dosham and be the king of Devas. So what happened? He distributed this Brahmahati dosham among the land, water, trees, and women in general. So that is how he distributed, means since the the land, for example, the land accepted 1/4 of the sinful reactions. That's why the land, a portion of the land is turned into desert. You can see a desert portion of a land. That is due to the sin of Indran. That is, the land accepted 1/4 of the sinful reactions of Indra. But the land accepted, in turn, it asked a boon. Like, whenever the land is, that is, when we dig in when we dig a land, it will automatically get filled up, gets filled up. That is what it wants. The land wants that boon. So it is given by Indra. And trees, next. Trees were also given 1/4 of the sinful reactions. And therefore, they drip sap. You can see the gum, coming from the tree. They drip sap. So, which is prohibited for drinking. So, but the boon given to the trees are, when they grow, even though they are cut, they got cut. When we cut a tree, it will grow, it will regrow. So that is the boon given by Indra. And for woman accepted 1/4 of the sinful reactions of Indran. That is that they become untouchable during during their menstrual periods. But they asked Indran that their husbands should be united with them until they give birth to a baby. That is the boon they asked. And water accepted 1/4 of the sinful. So when water was also infested with this sinful reactions, when bubbles appear in water, nobody will be using that water. It cannot be used for any purpose. But what the boon given to the water is, when the water mixed with any element, then it gets the nature of that element. That is the boon they got. So thus Indran got rid of all the Brahmahati dosham by distributing all his sinful sinful action to all this land, trees, and women, and water. But what happened? This Tvashta is the father of Vishwarupan. Vishwarupan was beheaded by Indra. So Tvashta could not bear all these things. So because he is the father of Vishwarupan, he got angry. And he performed an yajnam, ishti, and one abhichara, to kill Indra. And from that Agni, from that fire, an Asuran named Vritrasura appeared. Vritrasura, he made the whole world, afraid. He made the whole world, was afraid of this with the Vritrasura. Indran, what happened is he was the enemy of Indra. He chased Indra. But what happened? Indra could not do anything with that, this Vritrasura. So he went to get a special weapon. How he made this special weapon is, he approached a Munivar, means a sage called Dadichi, and he made the Vajrayudam with the help of his spinal cord. So thus Indran got Vajrayudam from Dadichi Munivar, Dadichi sage, Dadichi, and he used it for killing Vritrasura. So they were fighting with each other. When Indran took this with Vajrayudham, Vritrasura accepted the defeat and told them that you are going to win. Anyway, you are going to win. So give me some time. I have to pray Narayana before me dying. I'm going to die anyway with your hands. So give me some time. I have to pray to Narayana. Here the slokam, Vritrasura slokam is there. I'll read out the slokam. It's a very beautiful slokam. I love that slokam. Aham hare tava padaika moola dasanu daso bhavitasmi bhuyah manah smaretha sprute supater घृणास्ते गृणीत वाक्कर्म करोतु कायः न नाकभृष्टं न च पारमेष्ट्यं न सार्वभौमं न रसाधिपत्यं न योगासिधीरपुनं भविं वा समञ्जसत्वा विरहस्य काङ्क्षे. He says, Hey Hare Narayana, I have to get a birth where I can do devotional service or sevai. Sevai to your bhaktas. Always I have to meditate you. Always I have to think about you. My mind should always dwell in you. I have to talk only your glories. My head should always prostrate you. My ears should always hear the Charitram, your glories, your Charitram. I don't want to go to any heaven. I don't want Swargalokam. I don't want na nakabrishtam, na cha paramedyam, na sarvabhaumam, na rasadhipatyam. Means I don't want to go to any heaven. I don't want to go to Brahmalokam, Indralokam, or anywhere. I don't want anything but you. You know what I expect? He says beautifully, if a baby cries for a milk, the slogam goes like this. If a baby cries for a milk, and if the amma says, okay, I'll give you toy, I'll give you, toys, car or anything. I'll buy new dress, colorful dress for you. Will the baby stop crying? No. Similarly, if you put baby birds in a golden cage, where the baby birds expect the mother to come and feed them, and if it is put in a golden cage, will it enjoy the golden cage? No. It always, expects the mother to come and feed. And a morose lady, morose wife, who is looking for her husband to come back, who has gone away, she will not enjoy. She will not enjoy her big bungalow or mansion or any kind of comfortable thing. She will not enjoy that. Because she is expecting only her husband. She will not enjoy any jewel or anything. So like that, I always earn for the opportunity to associate personally with the Lord. Let my consciousness, see, the Vritrasura says like that, let my consciousness and everything I have, I will attach, only to you. So thus Vritrasura and Indran not only fought, but had philosophical discourses between them. And at last Vritrasura, said, now you aim at me, okay? Now you aim at me and kill me. And thus Indra killed Vritrasura. Thus Vritrasura Vadam happened. In this context, Raja Parikshit, here he asked Sugar, oh Gurudeva, here Sugar, he addresses Sugacharya as Gurudeva. And see, the demons are generally said to be sinful. I have seen Rakshasas are sinful persons. But being obsessed with because they are obsessed with the modes of passion and ignorance. So how could this Vritrasura be different? he has attained such exalted love for the Lord Narayana. How this has happened? Now, Sukacharya said, see, in the previous birth, this Vritrasura is not an Asuran. He was a king named Chitraketu. He was a king of Rishi Desam. When he was ruling, but he got many wives, he got all the prosperity and everything, but he had no sons. Once he got an opportunity to meet sage Angirasa Munivar. Sage Angirasa. This great sage Angirasa inquired about his welfare and all. Now the king, expressed his moroseness, like his sadness, like about not having any children. He has to have children, or he has to have a son, to look after the kingdom after him. So, but Angiras said, here sage Angiras said, why do you bother about having children and everything? See, you don't get attached yourself to this material world. Get the real knowledge, get the real transcendental knowledge, and go beyond all these things. But the king Chitraketu said at that time, I want only a son. Because I know the great sage said, even, he was ready to preach him the knowledge of transcendental knowledge. But he said, no, I don't have vairagyam. I'm not having any vairagyam now, and I'm only in fond of getting a son. So the sage Angiras, he grazed a son, grazed him, and because of his grace, he got the first wife. He got a son from his first wife, Kritadyuti. So she gave birth to a son. This son is the cause of both happiness and lamentations. So upon what happened is, upon the birth of this son, the king and all the residents of the palace were very happy. But the co-wives of this Kritadyuti, however, were envious, because the king always goes to see Kritadyuti and her son, and he spends a lot of time with them. So they thought that the king ignored them. So they became so envious. And later, what happened is, the envious is the very big thing, very big bad habit, that it took them, and later it took them to the state that they administered poison to the child. What happened is, unaware of this poison administered by their, by her co-wives, this queen Kritadyuti walked inside the house, thinking that the son was sleeping deeply. The garam, the poison, went inside the child. So what happened? She ordered her servant, maid servant. She ordered her maid servant to bring her son. He has to drink milk, so bring my son. When the maid servant, approached the child, she went into the bedroom where the child was lying, was sleeping, was lying down. She saw his eyes were, turned upwards. There was no signs of life. All his senses having stopped, and she couldn't understand that the child was dead. This maid servant. So seeing this, she immediately cried. She was shouting and cried, and now, oh my God, I am doomed, and fell into the ground. So hearing her, loud voice, this Queen Kritadyuti, she came running. What happened? Why are you shouting? And she saw the child was, she could understand that the child is dead. And she also started crying, She cried, and her hairs and dress in disarray, and she also fainted. She could not tolerate. It's a beautiful baby son, isn't it? So she could not tolerate. The king came there because of this commotion and everything. King came there, and king saw that the ladies were fainted, and the small baby boy was dead there. He could see. He couldn't tolerate that, So he shouted, he lamented, and he also fainted, fell down unconscious. All the co-wives who gave poison also, pretentiously, they also cried, knowing full well their offense. They also cried. The whole kingdom started crying because the baby boy, he is the only prince of the kingdom. He is going to be the prince of the kingdom. He's now going to be the king one day. So when the king regained the consciousness, his eyes were tearful and he could not speak any word. So the queen lamented like anything. Oh, my dear son, see here, you have slept a long time. Now it's time to, come on, get up. It's time to get, the sun is there and you have to get up. Now please get up. See, your playmates are waiting there and they are all calling you to play. Why are you sleeping here? Since you must be hungry. So please get up and suck the milk. Come on. And, she was crying in, dissipate the lamentations. Please, you come and dissipate my lamentations. So my dear son, I am helpless, and, I'm very much shocked and aggrieved, and you should not give up my company. Please, just look at me and look at your lamenting father here. He couldn't tolerate. You are our only hope, you are by which, we can get out of this dark region. So I request you not to go any further from here with this merciless Yaman. Okay, this is the most bad day today, that Yama looked at you. I cannot, I can no longer hear your pleasing voice. I can no longer see your smiling face. You are a small baby. You always smile at me. You always speak in a beautiful tone. I can no longer hear your pleasing voice. They all started lamenting. That's why they are lamenting there. Two great sages came there. One was Narada, sage Narada, and the other was Angiras. They asked, seeing all this situation, they asked them, "Hey Rajan, why are you crying? You think you are the father of the son, or father of this boy? But in which birth? Did you have any connections before this birth? Or would you have any connection after this birth? For which, you lament, for which you lament for this son, and you do you have any relationship with him? You may say that you are related at this birth as a father and son, but do you think that relationship existed before or in future? Does it truly exist? Does this relation truly exist now? Will it continue in the future? So, O king, Chitraketu, due to the flow and force of the river, the small particles of sand, were pushed sometimes into the canal, or sometimes into the deep puddle, or sometimes into an ocean. So, similarly, this Jivatma gets settled somewhere, and are sometimes, separated due to the force of the wind. And the living entities, or this Jivatma, who have accepted this material bodies, sometimes come together and are sometimes separated. Or sometimes come together and are sometimes separated by the force of time. So Jivatma, see, as from one seed, another seed is generated. Similarly, O king, so from one body, that is the body of a father, through another body, the body of the mother, a third body, is generated. The body of the son or daughter is generated. So the dad's body, the mom's body, or this body, the child, the third body, everything is going to vanish one day. Everything is going to ashes one day. But the soul, that is the Dehi, remains, there is Shashvatam, that is eternal. Thus, they gave all the upadesams to an Atma Tattvam, to Chitraketu. King Chitraketu became now hopeful with knowledge and got enlightened by the instructions of this Narada and Angiras Munivar. He said, you have both come here, after getting, some hopeful instructions from these sages. He said, you have both come here dressed like Avatudas, liberated persons, just to cover your identities. But I see that of all men, you are the most elevated persons, in awareness. I have also heard that Brahmanas who are exalted, to the position of the devotees of Lord, wander on the surface of this globe, wander according to their desire, just to benefit the materialistic persons like us, like Ajnanam, Ajnanis like us. King Chitraketu, listed the name of such sages who wander on the globe. He is listing all the names of the sages. So he is asking the two sages, are you Sanat Kumaras? Are you Naradhar, Ribhu, Angira, Devala, Asita, Vyasar, Markandeya, Gautamar, or Vashishta, or Bhagavan Parashuramar, or Kapilar, or Sukar, or Durvasar, or Yagyavalkar, or Jatukarna, or Aruni. He also asked whether he is Romashar, or Shavana, or Dattatreya, or Asuri, or Patanjali, or Dhaumya. Dhaumya is the head of all the Vedas, or the sage Panchashika, or Hiranyanabar, Kausalya, or Shrutadeva, or Rudadvaja. So he must certainly be among all the, any of them. He must certainly be among them. So, but this sage said, no, you are a great Bhaktan. Chitraketu, you are a very great Bhaktan. You are a very great devotee. That's why we came here. So you should not cry. When once upon a time, when you desire to have a son, I approached you. And I asked for your enlightenment and all everything. I told that I will preach you. That as I am sage Angiras, and he is the sage Narada. Then they sprinkled water. Both the sages, they sprinkled water to the dead body of the child. And this Chitraketu's so-called son got up. These sages said that your parents are lamenting. Why are you like a dead body? Your parents are lamenting here. But that son, he said, parents, you are saying it's my parents? In which janma? In which birth they are my parents? Asking this question, this Chitraketu and his wife, they could understand. They could understand all the relationships which exist in the earth. It's all only due to Maya. It's only a temporary phase. It's not permanent. The soul is permanent. So in this material, and these are all this material, in this, we carry this body in the material world. And when we carry this body in the material world, then we carry all the misery. So he got Vairagyam. Now sage Narada, he preached, he instructed, he gave Sankarshanam mantra upadesam to Chitraketu. And within 7 days, he became a Gandharvan. But even though when he became a Gandharvan, after becoming a Gandharvan, once he was traveling, he was wandering, and he was traveling to Kailaya, where, which is the abode of Parameshwara and Parvati. He saw there Parvati sitting in the lap of Parameshwara. So he laughed. He laughed at Parameshwara. He began to think that what? The Parameshwara is a lord. He is carrying Parvati in his lap. What is this? But Parvati got angry and cursed him. Because of this curse only, this Chitraketu later appeared as the demon Vritrasura. So he could remember Lord Narayana always. So the demon Vritrasura got killed by Indran with the help of that Vajrayudam. So this Vritrasura's Charitram, this Charitram was told by Shrugacharya to Parikshita. And hearing this, listening this Vritrasura's Charitram, they have written the palan for this Vritrasura. Listener is freed from all this, conditional life of material existence. So they'll be freed from all these things, from this material existence. So this is the Vritrasura Charitram. It's a very good Charitram. After this Ajamila Upakhyana's Charitram. And in the next session, we will meet again, once again, and we will continue Srimad Bhagavatam. So I'm going to end this today's session with Vritrasura's Charitram. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.